Okay, here we go. 3 people, let's go. Hello and welcome to Uncommon Sense Live number 3. Please let me know if how my audio is. This microphone is new, so yeah, let me know if it's too loud, too low, or whatever. So it's been a long day. It's only 7 p.m. here, but I fell asleep so early yesterday. I went up like 4:30, I guess. So I went to the gym before it was even open. Perks of working in a gym. And I spent like 3 hours there doing mobility and then just playing around. Playing around because, a lot of the time when you're in a gym, there's, room for you to do what you want if you're there at the right time. But just being there when it's closed, it feels like you have like an amusement park for yourself, So just been experimenting with a lot of exercises like reverse grip bench press. Not a special. I was going to say it was a speciality of mine. It's not really. Let's see. Good morning, Luisa. All sounds good. Thank you. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we're not too many here right now. Please ask me your questions in the chat, and please like the stream, all that kind of stuff. I guess I asked before this on Instagram if I could get some questions to get me going. Hello, Champagne Pilots. I recognize you from, I think you were on a live like last summer or something, if I recall correctly. Thanks for liking. Okay, so... Okay, what do we have here? Okay, someone asked me, how long do you use the sauna and how many times do you go out and shower? Well, that depends entirely on the situation. Like sometimes, like today, for instance, after my workout, I just did one really long sitting in the sauna. Was in there for like a good 25 minutes, like making it really hot because I just wanted to be in there once. And yeah, so I really exhaust myself during one sitting. And then I just go out and have the cold shower and I'm done. But sometimes the sauna for me is more about the cold shower. You really use the sauna mostly to heat yourself up in between the cold showers. And then, I could sit, I guess for like the total time could differ. But I just sit in the sauna for like 5 minutes to get hot, go out and take the cold shower for 1-2 minutes, go in for a few minutes, get hot, take the cold shower 1-2 minutes. And like that. So it really depends on the circumstance. But like, okay, if I have time, if I'm not in a hurry, my standard way of using the sauna would be like going for the first sitting a little longer, like 15 minutes at least in 80 degrees Celsius. That's a good one. And then after that, you kind of just go by feel. The first one was the important one. But yeah. Okay, thanks for the likes. Keep liking, guys. What do I think of Greg Doucette? Champagne Pilots ask, without confirming that you was here last summer. But okay, when I think about Greg Doucette, I actually have a video. I have a couple of videos where I reference him. But I have one that's called Greg Doucette is Wrong About Fasting. And I guess in that video, because I kind of tried to use the, using someone else's name in the title thing to get attention thing, it's not that I want to do drama, but you have to understand many YouTubers have to do this too, because drama or like interactions between people is what gets people going. But you just use that as an entry point. So I used Greg Doucette is Wrong About Fasting to educate a bit about fasting. And so in that video, I guess you just get mostly my views on Greg and fasting. But okay, Greg, where to start? Like he has a lot of good points, like for like just a standard person looking to get fit. Like he's more of a, okay, let's say this, for someone who doesn't care about health really, just wants to be fit, lose weight. Like losing weight is always a healthy thing, but the way his diet, for instance, it's so many artificial sweetener stuff. Okay, not sweeteners, but specifically, I mean like artificial ingredients in general. So very, very, very processed low-calorie food that, yes, can be good at times, but like if you eat his diet, you're gonna, like all your meals are gonna contain stuff like that, and so could be kind of carcinogenic. I say could be, I don't know everything, but and he spouts some things that are it's kind of annoying because he talks about them and that like calories in, calories out, kind of like, yeah, for the most part it's true, and there are like other fitness influencers who make it seem like yeah, in another way, but he will marry this idea of calories in, calories out, and it's so much more nuance to that, like addressing micronutrients, like depending on your micronutrient intake and your macros in those calories, like the calories out part is going to vary, you know. It's not as easy as like the exactly what says on the label here, that's what I'm getting, you know. So for the most part, calories in, calories out, like broadly, generally it's true, but there's more nuance to it, and so I think he simplifies some things. So I don't know if I'm making sense here, but what I want to come to is like someone who doesn't know anything that takes Greg's advice will be able to do some decent results, but they could do it in so many much healthier ways, you know. So yeah, I guess I like Greg. Like, let's say this: what I like most about Greg is his work ethic. Like, it's very inspiring how he grew his channel and how hard he works. Like, there's no question about that. So that I respect a lot. And I guess there's some weird, you know, we hear other people talk about like his past. Seems like he has done some shady stuff in the past, and I don't know what, if he's over that. You know, I give everyone a second chance, but there is some. It seems like he might have ratted on some people that he was like into selling steroids with, like allegedly. I don't know this, you know. Uh, Okay, I did fasting for a while, but just had a weak mindset and couldn't do it. Now I eat like Greg, 4 meals a day, and can maintain body weight, and I'm happy eating. Lol. Yeah, yeah, sure. But okay, Greg's diet kind of looks like what I how what I changed my diet into when I got into like just improving my lifestyle, you know. And so I think Greg's diet should be kind of like a segue towards a better diet. Like, yeah, you can lose weight and be, like you say, happy eating that way, but then little by little you remove these, you know, I don't know, 0 calorie syrup things that he has, because you can, even if you get you know, lean and stuff, you can get in trouble from all the processed food in the diet. So, but I guess okay, this one is a slow starter. This stream, the slowest so far. Maybe I think I was clear that I changed the time to 1 hour earlier, but I can go on. What more do we have here? One of these I should have written down a list, because it's so hard to think of. Like, what are your favorite games and movies? Like, my favorite movie of all time, I can start with, that's Fight Club. Fight Club. And I never knew, I didn't see it when it came out. I was like 7 when it came out. I think I saw it when I was like 15, maybe. And I didn't know why it spoke to me so much, but I know why now. Like, we're a society of men raised by women, is a quote in a movie. And you know, on the surface it's about, oh, I don't know, men being primitive and fighting, but yes, that's like the way they find this thing, but it's really men becoming men again. And then of course the alter ego Tyler kind of goes way crazy and becomes like the like true toxic masculinity. Best exercises for home gym with basic equipment, like for what? Like a pull-up bar, always. Like, it's actually a compound exercise for biceps and back that you can do at home. So that's, I think like that's the best single one workout, you know, equipment piece to have at home. Best exercises for home gym. Well, you can do push-ups, of course. Put your feet on a chair or something to make it more difficult. You can make it more heavy in some way, using a band, putting something on your back. You know, push-ups are great. Think of different push-ups variations. For legs, Bulgarian split squats. Bulgarian split squats. Starting to find more exercises for back, you say. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be hard. You can do variations in the grip you do. If you could put something, if you're doing pull-ups like this and you're hanging, if you can put something so you can have your legs, so you kind of end up in this angle instead, then you can, you know, hit different back muscles. So that's a variation you could try to do. But Bulgarian split squats for legs you should do for sure. It's like when you can't see me really, but have one leg up resting on something like that, and you do a squat with the front leg. That's a really great exercise you can do at home. Just at first body weight maybe, but later hold something, some weights to make it more difficult. Still building on my push-ups. Can't do pull-ups yet at all. I guess Luisa, and with your pic, it looks like you're a woman. Yeah, pull-up, like just doing one pull-up as a woman is like a decent feat. Not being able to do one as a male is pretty bad. But yeah, so yeah, it's a heavy exercise. You're pulling your whole body weight except like the forearms because they are here, up. So yeah. But I have a bunch of women clients. It's a usual goal to want to, like in the gym, I mean. I have them online too, but in the gym, I have female clients who want to learn pull-ups. So it's a very common goal. I think it's cool. It's a good goal. Okay, more good home exercise. Like one, if I'm thinking back to what more I would have done when I trained at home here, I did basically just in this apartment. I did pull-ups. On that door, I had a bar. Did push-ups, variations. I did bicep curls with dumbbells. Did some core exercises. I did like squats. I could get 16 kilos on a dumbbell at most, and I held it and did like 50 reps. Then after a while, I realized about the Bulgarian split squat, started doing those. But something more I would have done is just lateral raises. Just anything you can hold in your hands and do like this to hit the middle of the shoulder. Like, yeah, right there. Great exercise. Great. I love lateral raises. So best sets and reps for pull-ups. I do 4 sets of 10. Should I be adding weight? Yeah, you could add weight. I mean, you could try to bump up the reps, but at 10 there, 4 sets, yeah, could be time to add like 5 or 10 kilos and do like 6 to 8 reps instead, maybe, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, but what more? I guess I talked about Fight Club there. Okay, most of the questions I got on Instagram were like troll questions, like if I take creatine, am I still natty, meaning natural, not on steroids? And yeah, obviously, creatine is like the steroids for non-steroid taking people. Okay, guys. Well, I'm happy with Champagne Pilots. You're helping me out here, but it's a slow starter, this stream. Like, what should I talk about? It's hard like this. All the other streams, I've gotten enough. Okay, Carmen Rodriguez. I was watching an Arnold Schwarzenegger interview, and he was saying how his routine became something he didn't have to think about. It's interesting because most people starting a new routine overthink. Yeah, like it's a big theme on my channel, especially recently, right? With it's not about what routine do I do, what diet do I do, should I train like this, should I eat like this, should I fast like this? It's like, no, you become a person who just do these things. It's about changing who you are. And now, yeah, my routine, of course, I'm a nerd with it. It's not like, it's not that you don't have to think about it, but you don't have to convince yourself to go to the gym, for instance. Like in the same way, someone who is not used to going to the gym, that's trying to start out and figures like, I don't know, I'm tired, I can skip it. Yeah, it's the opposite. When it's in you, when you are this person, it's like, I'm tired. Today's workout is going to be a little slow, and then you just go. You're not thinking about it. This is just part of who you are. What's your weight and height? I am 176 centimeters, so that's a little more than 5'9". And right now, my weight fluctuates between 81 and 82 kilos. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. The heaviest I've been was 86 this winter, when I like bulked for a strength block, put on a little bit of fluff, and it really makes a big difference. I remember squatting was so nice back then. So nice, just being a little heavier. Yeah. And on this muscle mass, I guess the lowest weight I've been down on is like 78. Pretty ripped. I guess I'm decently ripped now too. There's a nice thing when you add more muscle mass, you get away with a little bit more fat. Like you still have you see the bicep veins popping and stuff. I'm a nerd with snake juice and my workouts. Got one friend joining in, and she's now lost more than me. Very motivating. Yeah, that's cool, Luisa. Good, nice that you get a friend in doing. It's not everyone who wants to wait, I found this amazing thing. You just don't eat and you drink salt water. Wow, that's so good. Oh, good evening, Event Horizon. You're a manlet. Well, I recognize your screen name too. You've been doing some commenting on this channel. Carmen Rodriguez, would you ever relocate or prefer to live where you are? So I think it was on the last stream I got a similar question. Like, no, I've lived literally not only in the same city or the part of town my whole life. I've lived in the same neighborhood, and I love this neighborhood. So when I wanted to move from my parents, I was happy to be able to stay here. But no, since then, as living in Stockholm here goes, I couldn't be happier with the location I'm living in. But I kind of realized that it's probably not the place for me. Probably not a big city will be. So I haven't decided yet. I have friends that travel and live in other places. So we'll see. Most likely, I won't end up living here in Stockholm. Maybe in Sweden. We'll see. But yeah, that's how far I've come with this. Yeah, sure. Huh. If I got the redacted, no. I don't intend to. Can someone like or something? I don't like that we have 6 viewers and 6 thumbs ups. I hate when I can notice like the symbol 6. I feel like the devil is trying to, mess with me or something. Can someone like? Can someone watching that hasn't like, please? Do they also need you to be redacted or tested, and you gotta pay for test on your own now soon? Who do they also need you to be or tested, and you gotta pay for tests on your own now soon? Who, what they, for what? What are you talking about? My government? What do you mean they need me to? I mean, they're pushing, they want me to. They can't force me. I'm not sure. Unis. There will be no uni. Like, I don't read the news. I don't know exactly what, they can make up all the stuff they want. This is they will test now if I am redacted when I go to uni next month again. Yeah, I know that's it's like that in some places. But it's like I say, as long as you go along with it, they're going to keep pushing it. So I think, no, you shouldn't break the law, of course, but I think people should maybe consider being slightly less obedient about everything they're told they should do. Yeah, that's my opinion on it. No, but actually, for once, Sweden, about this whole situation, for once, Sweden has been the least extreme about something. So that's nice. It's like with all the things, it's like, yeah, it's pretty bad there. That place a little better. Okay, the Swedes went the furthest with this, like, politically correct thing again. Do you all have a constitution? Well, we have I don't know what the name of it is in English. I guess you could call it constitution. We have I guess it's called like a ground law or like root law or whatever. That don't talk about these things in English. Not government, but the other thing, riksdag. We have regering is government, and then we have the Reichstag, riksdag. Anyway, 2 of those have to vote for something to change in the like constitution, ground law, root law, or whatever. But they butcher these things anyways. Like, we have a freedom of speech law, but then they do this, add in things. So, what is it called here in Sweden? It's like it's hard to translate. It's like provoking a minority or something like this. I don't know what it's translated as, but then all of a sudden, it's very much opinion if someone is doing that, and yeah, they decrease our freedom of speech in amendment, I guess. Yeah, they decrease our freedom of speech in other ways. Hate speech. Hello, Don. Yeah, coming and spewing the hate speech right away. Did you spend time in the sun? Oh, hey, SV. By the way, I saw you emailed me. I'm sorry, I forgot to reply. but we'll talk later next week. Anyways, did you spend time in the sun or did you go to the solarium? You mean right now? I think it's actually I look a little more tan from the lamp I put here to get better lighting. I still have a little bit of tan left from the summer, but yeah, it was a decent day today, but I wasn't really out for long. No solarium, not yet. Can you guys? We have 7. I like this 7 watching and 7 likes. That's cool. Lucky number 7. But can you please keep the questions coming? How many people are you coaching? So we have to think because it's like active clients that will come back, and some that might come back, and some that I'm starting with. So good. So SV here. He might be become a client of mine, and he ate cake, and I told him you should do something before we talk, and it seems like he's getting on it. 72-hour fast. Okay, I have to think about it. Like, I think I have right now 6 clients, like Uncommon Sense clients, and we have 3 that are kind of on a break, and I think 2 of them at least will come back. And I'm talking to 2-3 people more right now, and I have a few I worked with for about a year ago in the gym, probably equally as many, about the same situation there. Is Cade a code name or I don't get it? No. He just ate cake like a fat ass, and now he wants to fast to counteract the effect of the cake. That's it. We have some people. I like it. Some engagement in the chat. Come on, talk to me. Anything. You can ask me anything. Someone asked on the stream. I think I was a little too energetic, and she got afraid and ran. But she asked, is it only training or like the subjects on your channel? Can you take personal questions? It's like any question. 8 people. Hello. We're getting big, famous. Oh, okay, 7 again. When I hit that big 2 number. Theo, we know if you keep going, you will become big. Easy 20K subs, etc. Thank you so much, Event Horizon. My question to you is, though, what are you doing to contribute to that? Do you like? Do you comment on videos? Do you share? Do you comment on other similar channels and say, hey, this reminds me of what this really smart Swedish guy with a channel called Uncommon Sense said? Yeah. Are you doing? Have you tested your testosterone levels? Yes, I have. I did that right before my 1 week fast, and they were very high. Actually, you can go watch. If you look for my 1 week fast videos, it's on day 3 or something in the middle there somewhere when I go through it. But I had. So I guess in your not currency, but whatever, it's 894 nanograms per deciliter natural. So I was pretty happy about that. Yeah, that was cool to see. It's like, I know I should have decent testosterone, but I guess it's like a little bit of external validation, just seeing the number, and it's like, oh, that was pretty high. Yeah, you're a propaganda machine, Event Horizon. Awesome. Thank you. Beta male. Amazing. Are you just like letting me know that you found me through Jesse Lee, or did someone do something beta, or was it about the cake, or have I done something? Taylor, what's up? Is it hard to train someone outside of Sweden? To be honest, I try to be clear that my Uncommon Sense clients, it's not personal training clients. Like, yes, I will get involved in the training too, but many come, they haven't trained much at all. So it's like, it's so holistic, my online coaching. It would, like my online coach, he does more just the training coaching with me. And of course, it's a little difficult that he can't be there right with me, but it's up to me then to take good videos and tell him everything I'm thinking about, so he can give good input. But like to coach people in other countries, like in general, it's not difficult. The most difficult thing can be like with some Americans with a time difference. Like, it's hard to find a good time that suits both well. So that's the most difficult part. I don't have any clients that like the training is such a big part that I've like noticed that we run into problems. Like, for instance, like I'll tell you about one fairly new client that he had barely been in a gym, So I just give him a basic program and give him some links for information so he can, go looking for it himself. And then he can, of course, ask me questions. But so much for a guy like that is just trying it. Just try it. So no, in general, no, it's not hard. It's not hard to coach people outside of Sweden. Just the time difference sometimes, just scheduling can be a little difficult. Testosterone is an interesting topic. I'm testing my levels now. We'll update after 3 months Theo coaching. Yeah, cool. Yeah, but I can't promise anything there, right? But I guess you should, though. Like, I know a bit of your lifestyle, right? And yeah, the basic except actually injecting testosterone, the biggest what do you say, determinators, I don't know, but what determines testosterone is lifestyle, diet, training, sleep, sunlight, like that's basically it. So if you improve those things and your testosterone wasn't that good before, then yeah, it should increase for sure. I love JLP, Jesse Lee Peterson. Heard you on there a while back. Champagne Pilots. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've been thinking I should probably call in to Jesse again. I would so much love, like all of you who know me through Jesse, help me get on his show. Like Jesse likes me. It's just that I don't have a big following enough. I just need to get the attention. And I know Jesse would like, he loved talking to me. Like everyone who like contacted me more direct about it later was like, oh, because so many times, Jesse tries to kind of stop even someone who thinks they're all that, like Jesse will find something. How about this? How about this? And he asked me some of those questions too, like, are you doing the silent prayer? Have you forgiven your mother? All those things. But it was mostly him just listening and being like, yeah, cool, man. So that was cool. So what I'm saying is Jesse will like me. He would like to talk to me, but you have to help that happen. Can you email Jesse's producer and say, hey, that Uncommon Sense Theo guy, he called into the show twice. It was awesome. You should have him on for a segment. What do you think, Don asks, what do you think is the reason for fast decreasing testosterone levels in the Western society? Like, it's obvious. Like, it's shit lifestyle. I just said the most important things are exercise, nutrition, good diet, eating good food, sleeping, prioritizing sleep, getting sunlight. That's it. How much do people prioritize those things? Not much at all. And then, yes, of course, they're probably contributing things like, some crap in processed foods, or, oh, is it something in the water that's not good? Oh, you're drinking from a plastic bottle with these, things that will lower testosterone. Like yeah, but in general, it's just shit lifestyle. I mean, I do those things too. I drink the tap water here. I buy bottled stuff sometimes, and I have really high testosterone now from my lifestyle. So it's just shit lifestyle. It's a very easy question. Microplastic in trash food is probably one of the reasons. Yeah, but come on, it's just shit lifestyle. If you don't get sunlight, if your sleep is fucked, you don't eat good food, so you don't get the micronutrients you need, and you don't exercise, then of course your testosterone is going to drop. Of course. Okay, chat gang, let's keep it going. Help me. Let's see if I had any other good question on Instagram. Who else's podcast show would you want to be on? I like Dr. Paul Saladino's. Yeah, I think, to be honest, with a guy like Paul Saladino, it would be better for him to interview me, because he's a science guy, and he is also like, he talks to people who aren't like science people, but I don't know. I don't like, if I were to interview him, for instance, like, I don't even know what I should ask him, like, because he knows, it's not just I like eating meat, it's like, oh, watch out for this kind of this kind of this kind of this kind. It's like he knows so much. So that kind of guy I would prefer to be interviewed about, interviewed by, you say. But okay, who else's podcast? Like, at some point, it would be cool to just have a conversation with Cole, like a conversation like this. Like, I have talked to him, but like, then I would like to be the interviewer, actually. But what more do we have? Like Jesse, like I just mentioned. like any podcast, many podcasts, but I don't really listen to podcasts. I'm trying to think of like YouTubers, like More Plates, More Dates. I would love to have a conversation with it. He's a big inspiration to me. Like he's kind of different niche. He does all the performance enhancing drug stuff, which I just think is interesting, but not for myself, you know. But as an entrepreneur and just man, I think is very impressive. So I would love to talk to him. Who more do we have? It's hard to think like that off the top of my head. Like Leo and longevity, that would be cool. That would be a cool conversation because he's kind of the biohacking guy, also very into fasting. So that would be cool. Yeah, no, those are just a few I can think of. But like any podcast, like I wish it was. I can't do subtitles for it. I might upload it anyways. But I was on a Swedish podcast that's like Keto-podden, the keto podcast. It's just two women who are like 45-ish years old and eat the keto diet and are kind of into a healthy lifestyle. So I love going there and talking to them, you know. Like I don't eat keto, but they fast too, and we talk a bunch about fasting and lifestyle and stuff in general. So I mean, if I just have the time, I have a hard time saying that I would say no to almost any podcast. Well, I guess you asked about what I would who I would like to talk to. Like, you know, this won't happen in a while, but Mark Bell's power project, that would be cool for sure. It's easier to think of people I would want to talk to than actual podcast. Okay, I'm talking about this for so long because no one is saying anything more in the chat. Please help. This is a one-man show. It's hard. I have to talk all the time or it gets quiet. Do you understand? Yeah, I should have some segments before. You hinted at becoming more religious. Could you expand on that? SV. What do you mean? I believe in God since years. Nothing has changed about that. Religious. I feel like only people who don't believe in God say religious and religion. I don't care about religion. I care about God. And yeah, that happened. That happened when I conquered my panic attacks, and he changed my life. I did not do that on my own. It was impossible for me to do. I believed in God ever since, and of course, my understanding of the whole thing has deepened since then. But yeah, it's nothing new, and I don't really care about religion. As I say, I can say I'm happy to identify as a Christian because to make things easy, mostly because true Christians, like for instance Jesse Lee Peterson, yeah, we agree on the moral things, and so I'm happy to call myself a Christian. But it's not really about that. I'm religious and I go to church, like the real church. The temple of God is your body. You know, God is in here, so I don't really care about religion. One way to talk to Jesse is to send Nick Gonzalez, his producer, an email. Kristen Stewart says, yeah, absolutely. But it would be even better if a bunch of you guys do that. So they're like, oh, shit, this guy, Theo, oh, we remember him. Of course we should have him on. If I come like begging, like, hello, I have 2,000 subscribers. I talked to Jesse and I would like to be on the show. It's like you have you have to help me with that kind of thing. That's I'm trying to teach you here. It's not a one-way street. This I mean, if you choose to get involved, we're doing this together. Just happens I just happen to be the one on the screen in this scenario, but this is our thing, you know. You pray more at the Temple of Iron. I see. SV. Yes. And like, because you say that a little jokingly, but I bring that up, like prayer, like praying, like, yeah, there can be a part, just like wishing people well. I actually did that today. I just lay down on the couch and thought of all the people in my life that I, wish well. But really praying is just spending time with God, like observing your thoughts and ego and finding, seeing those things, and everything that isn't that is, your connection to God. And so you can do that with like Jesse's silent prayer, just sit and observe your thoughts. But moments like training are great to do too. You're kind of just watching yourself do the training, the feelings and thoughts you're having during that. When you want to give up and stuff, you're just an observer and like, okay, this is going on right now. So yeah, I see like prayer / meditation, cold showers, the sauna, training. Not all they don't have to be the same thing, but you can get kind of the same thing. Just observing you doing something, thinking, feeling stuff. Mark Bells is awesome, Taylor says. Yeah, he's cool. Um, like he's the typical guy that he's not super interesting himself, to be honest. Like, yeah, he is impressive guy. He's done a lot, but the best part about Mark is that he like brings people together, or like shows people off to the world, or how to put it. Uh, yeah, he has a good platform, but it's like he's created something that is almost like bigger than him. But Stan Efferding, he doesn't. Yeah, I guess he has the Vertical podcast. I would love to talk to Stan. Um, he has had a big influence on me, obviously, because I use his diet, the Vertical diet, as a foundation for my own diet, and I think he has a lot of good like philosophy when it comes to training, performance, and health. Lol, he's a good interviewer, is what I mean. Taylor says, Mark Bell. Yeah, sure. Yeah, but you say he's awesome. Yeah, I guess that's a big part of what he does. He has been an impressive powerlifter too, and of course, is still fit. No one says, how do you stay disciplined for fitness even on the days you don't feel like working out? Because I just built this man that doesn't skip working out. That's it. By doing it when I'm really not motivated and don't want to, but still doing it, every time I do that, it becomes easier. So now I've arrived at the point where I could actually, like, it happens very rarely, but I could at some point be like, you know what, I didn't sleep all that great tonight. And it would be convenient to not have to go to the gym today. You know what, I actually take a rest day today. But it's everyone, like, listen to this, no one. For the one watching now, he's called no one in the chat. When at the start of things, that's when you have to be the most strict with not skipping a workout, for instance, because you're just building the habit. Like, when you don't feel like going to the gym, at least go there, and do it at least like half. Like, this is something I did, for instance, when I barely drink now, but I drank a little more when I started doing all this. And so I remember the first day I woke up a little hungover when I'd started training, and I really didn't feel like doing my regular routine. And so what I did was, instead, I had my pull-up bar, and I was like, I use the different grips, do one set of each to failure. That's like 3 or 4, because I don't remember all the variations I did. Then I at least did something. I'm still keeping that habit going. And so now I just know, if I've slept bad or I feel extra stiff or something, I'm just, okay, I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit in the gym today, and just do it, because I built. It's not like skipping workouts. It's like, what should I do then? Like, what? Like, why would I do that? Do you see? I've changed myself so much. It's just not even an option unless I really feel it's the right thing to do. What book are you reading at the moment? No books. No books for me. I don't like books. It's funny that the same kind of questions keep coming up, but no, I don't. I don't really like books. I'm not against books, but I'm a super efficient person. Like, you should have seen all the things I did in here before this stream when I was setting everything up. Please like the stream, by the way. Nine people watching, 9 liking, but people come and go. So please like. And so, I prefer to learn stuff, because I'm not really into fiction much at all now, because I feel like it's not that productive. Like, every now and then, I a little spice on things, like, oh, now you're chilling with your friend, you watch a movie, or you watch a couple of episodes of some series, TV series, fine. But mostly I'm looking to learn something or be inspired or something from whatever content I consume. And so a book, just sitting and reading the book, to me is like, I could be listening to something, I could be watching something. Don sends me a super chat, €5. When Discord? Yeah, I'll get to that. Let me just finish this. So where were we? Where were we even? Yeah, with the books. Yeah. And so books, I prefer to watch or listen to something so I can do something in the meantime. I can be productive. Like that. Like, one guy, for instance, that asked me about. I just kind of get stuck into watching YouTube videos. I don't do my workout. I'm like, do your workout and watch the YouTube video. Boom, problem solved. Yeah. So okay, books. To just end that note, I'm not really personally into books. Uh, it's like you're supposed to be into books because yeah, you're smart if you read a bunch of books, or you have the right mindset if you read a bunch of books. And it's like, now if you're just looking to learn and improve, it doesn't matter what kind of medium you use. And books are, I just don't like them for me. If you like books and you put into practice what you read in those books, then go ahead. When will you overcome your snooze addiction? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Um, well, I'm thinking I will probably, when I'm done with this mobility block, I think I'm going to do like a 3-day fast and at least like detox from caffeine and nicotine. Because, quitting permanently, that I have to do that at a good moment in my life because it ruined so much for me with my focus and mood. Uh, but when after like a detox, just a few days away from it, it's so easy to go back to using less. But you always kind of build up during the time. So I think I will do this for a while at least, like every 3 months or so, take a fast without stimulants too. So I kind of reset and can use them less. Oh wow, a super chat, $5 Canadian from Lisa. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. I'm going to talk about a bit more about this. Okay, when Discord, yes, yeah, you know, I should make one. You're several guys who have brought that up to me now. I promise. I'll write it down right now, because you sent me super chat and I want to use to see it. I appreciate it. I need a pen. 1 second. Okay, so this week I should do this. I mean, it does. It's not hard to just set the server up, right? Discord command. Discord. Denna vecka. Yeah. Cool. No, okay. So I'll do it this week. Can't say exactly when, but I'll take a look on it this week. Champagne pie. I hail from AZ as well. Is it Arizona? Or I don't know. No one asks, what do you think about the nihilism philosophy? I think it's bullshit. I was a nihilist without knowing it. Like, not believing in God is being a nihilist. That's just the way it is. When you don't think there's I guess some people find some way of saying that, I don't believe in God, but there is right and wrong, however they make that go together. But nihilism, it's like the belief that nothing matters, that it's just coincidence that we're here, like all our morals are just like biological constructs and nothing really matters. Like moral is subjective, there's no right and wrong. And I lived like that since I think I had this thought the first time when I was 12, that I realized that, okay, there's so much suffering in the world, including for me. I was depressed, an anxiety kid from early, and there's so much suffering in the world. But what if nothing existed? Then, yeah, sure, the good stuff would go away too, but there would be no one here to experience the bad stuff, so they wouldn't know, and they wouldn't know that the good stuff went too, and that would be good. That was my kind of thought. I wanted to. I dreamt of having it. If I could do it, I was presented with it, is another question. But I dreamt about being offered a situation where I could like sacrifice my life for someone else, just so, because I didn't want to kill myself. I thought that was not right to do. But then that way I could just die like a hero, and I didn't have to live anymore because life is meaningless. So do you see how having that kind of worldview, how could that ever lead to something good? If not just complete depression, it would lead to some kind of evil where you just, nothing matters. So I can just be evil and go conquer anything I want. So obviously a horrible way of living. Have you ever done a dopamine fast, staying away from all electronics? No, not really. But to be honest, when I did my first dry fast with also no caffeine or nicotine, like so much dopamine was removed from me. Like I was high. I felt, not that I would know what ecstasy feels like, but I felt like I was kind of like on ecstasy for 5 days after this, because so no, I haven't done a complete thing from electronics. Like, that would be great to try it sometime, but right now, like, how would that even work? I do so much of my work through my phone. I would really have to plan ahead so I could tell exactly every client, but just so you know, guys, you can't reach me at all for 5 days or however long I would do that. So that would be great to do. But I think I think I do enough fasting. I don't feel like that would be a cool thing to do, but I don't see like a huge reason with like all the burden it would bring. I don't see a huge reason to do it. Snooze, Taylor asks. Well, come on, I talk about it all the time. It's this tobacco thing you put under the lip. Not that dangerous. Um, to be honest, I'm a what I don't like is the cost and just being addicted to something. But there's nothing I can tell about my health from it, and like the science there, they can't even say anymore. It says on it, this tobacco thing damages your health and is addictive. Okay, it says damages now. They had to put for a while could damage because they didn't have enough proof. I guess some studies out that says something. But what I'm trying to do here is not defend it. I mean, I am not saying that it's healthy, but I think it could be in the same way coffee used in the same way could be healthy in some ways, but useful in some ways, and not have too bad of an effect on you. I think this could be kind of the same, but to be honest, the way I'm using it now is too much for that. So not making excuses and trying to pretend here. Yeah, exactly. Tobacco gum. I haven't tried that. Have you? Oh, the dopamine fast. Seldom. Hello, what's up? What do you think about Swedish politics? Do you agree with what is happening in Sweden today? What is happening, Seldom? I don't agree with much happening anywhere these days. So, but I would like to know more specifically what you're thinking about there. Um, Regular alarm clock and no electronics in my bedroom. Yeah, that's a good thing. I thought about doing things like that. I think, and you can decrease the effect of all these electronics. Like I'm thinking about getting those blue light blocking glasses, and even I guess I could, if I should start doing some reading, it should be because like as a tool to not use any electronics before bed, not use the phone and stuff. That could be a good idea. But that's what I'm saying with books for me. It's almost like it's more of a brain exercise or something because I can learn and do stuff without books still. But the reading in and of itself could actually have some value, of course, for like having to focus and sit still and yeah, do it like that. Okay, so I'm trying to go for 10 minutes more, but you have to give me some stuff to go. Seldom, can you let me know what specifically with the Swedish politics you're asking about? I'm not going to go too much into politics probably on this channel. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk about anything, but it's not a political channel. I talk more about society rather than like politics like that. We're very happy, Luisa. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. Let's talk about this then. Do you know that it's so surreal for me to do this? Because I used to, before I changed myself to make it easy, I had a huge stage fright and also very big fear of judgment. So I was afraid of doing something like this. Like, what were people going to think? And I'm going to get so nervous. I got really nervous, like, yeah, panicky from this. And so I remember I was watching a bunch of YouTube streams like years ago. I look seemed so nice, like people doing stuff that I could do. They're having like debates and stuff, and or presenting something on live streams, and people just sending them super chats. And I figured that that's such a cool thing, like you can give people value and just be entertaining, and those who want to can support you with money. And I saw myself being great at doing this kind of thing, and but I was too afraid and couldn't see how to do it. And now I'm doing it like without effort. You're here sending the super chats. So not that it's all about the super chats, but it's a very specific thing. I followed. Have anyone here followed? Did you follow the internet blood sports way back when that was going on? Mostly on Andy Worski's YouTube channel, like all these debates that were very hyped up, very aggressive, sick chat, insane chat. And I remember they made so much money on the super chats back then. I think they could make like thousands of dollars in a few hours stream. And that was a lot of fun. Like everyone involved in that whole thing messed up, fucked up in some way, and got like shunned by everyone. Like everyone, it was this dynamic. Like everyone hated someone at a point, and we're like, yeah, we would never be like that person because of something they did. And then one by one, everyone turned out to be a total loser, degenerate idiot. Um, The most I've done is not using the phone for 8 hours out of the day for a week. Yeah, intermittent electronic fasting. I see. By Carmen Rodriguez there. Taylor Holden. I read before bed. It helps me settle down without electronics. I read a lot though, like close to 100 books per year. Yeah, 100 books a year is the dream. Why though? Why do you want to read so much? Are you doing anything with all this information, or like why? Like pitch reading to me why it's so great. Like I've read a bunch in my life. Like I was when I'm really good at reading. I learned to read early, and math and language has always been easy to me. And I read a lot as a kid, but that was mostly fiction, of course. But I remember I read the Lord of the Rings books when I was like 7, 8 years old or something. Like, and it's funny because it's like a little bit too advanced. It's not like I understand everything. But I used to read a lot. But I can see now that was mostly for entertainment. I read a few books to learn something here and there. But why should I read 100 books per year? Sounds like a huge waste of time. Like if you enjoy it and you actually get something out of it, you're not just sitting and being a little fat sedentary person reading all the time, then fine. But let me know why. What can I gain from reading 100 books a year? I don't know, to be frank. Okay. Chat a little dead. Well, I had some Instagram questions. What motivates you? Someone's asked me. I guess God. Knowing that there's a right and wrong, and that I have the power to be a force for good, for the right things, and have an impact and change the world to the better, like in the way I can. I can change the entire world, but yeah, it's like it's awesome. It's like we've been presented with the most amazing video game ever here. Um, but it's more intense because you only have one life. In the video game, if you die, you can usually just start over. You can't even do that here, but you can do whatever you want, and that's really, really fucking motivating. That's cool. Do you drive with a sledge on the frozen lakes in winter? Drive with a sledge? What do you mean? Drive? Louisa asks, always missed your live event, so thanks for today. Time to get up and start the day. Peace. Yeah, peace, Louisa, and thanks for the super chat. Where are you? Where you said time to get up and start the day? I guess it's in the morning. If you're in the US, I don't think it's super early anywhere in the US, right? Taylor Holden pitches the books to me now here. Even if it's fictional, there are facts that you can pick up or research. It grows vocabulary, builds empathy, provides different perspectives, challenges the mind. Yeah, to an extent, of course. But 100 books, like, or you just filling your head with other people's words. Like, I like it that you come up with a lot of smart and interesting stuff here on your own. Do you know what like I'm joking a little bit about the books. It's just that I'm not so into reading books. But you know what a big problem is today? That everyone thinks that they don't think. They just read the books, watch the TV, watch the screen, watch the phone, and then whatever is in here they think is their own, but it's just a bunch of outside stuff. They haven't, like, do you know why so many people can't just, yeah, like meditate or pray, for instance? Because it's so uncomfortable for most people to have to actually think. Just sit and think for a bit. the, that's too much. So people want to just receive from the book, from the newspaper, from the TV, from the computer, from the phone. So of course, you see, I of course do all these things too, but not excessively. And it has to be combined with actually being alone with your thoughts sometimes. Sleigh. You meant a sleigh, not a sledge. Yeah, it would be cool to go with a sledge to the ice. If I do, you're asking if I drive with a sleigh on the frozen lakes in winter? No, I wish. Like, with what kind of sleigh would that be? If you bring me some reindeer, maybe there is a lake kind of close here. Bring me some reindeer and a sleigh, and I'll go. Vancouver, 11 a.m. now. Yeah. Oh, I guess it's Sunday too. When you said start the day, I guess I thought you meant like going to work or something. I think whole time when I work, my brain need rest. Yeah, absolutely. But you think the whole time when you work, I mean, you're thinking about your work, though. I mean, actually thinking about what's going on in here. How are you feeling? What's your life like? What do you want in life? How can you achieve that? Oh, that thing you're afraid of or worrying about, is that really true? Have you thought about this? Have you considered this? Like, this is what I mean. Like, yeah, at work, you're thinking about, oh, I have to get these things done, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But, oh, and of course, you need downtime from work, but I'm still saying you should spend time with this in here at times. And you can do that through taking a walk with just no earphones or anything. You can take a workout, just think while you're training, things like this. It's just that most people want to flee the whole time. Listen to the podcast, listen to the music, watch the TV, watch the phone. Never, yeah, you get brainwashed without even realizing. But yeah, no a sledge on the frozen lakes. Like, but I've asked. I'm gonna go help my dad and uncle chop wood at our summer house, because that's something I've been wanting to do ever since my first panic attack. When I was walking home, like completely freaked out, the thing I intuitively felt like doing was chopping wood. So I haven't gotten the chance to do that since then. So I asked them, and yeah, I'm gonna chop wood. Brilliant show. I really enjoy hearing your opinions. Time for me to go to J.S.L.E. Peterson Church. Christian Stewart says, yeah, you go, Kristen. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you. Thank you for that feedback. And yeah, I figured it was not the reason I put the stream earlier, but I figured some of you will want to watch Jesse in the church. So yeah, it's better in every way right now to have the stream 1 hour earlier. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Look, this is, again, I'm not the kind of guy that has this, because I know I can't control everything. Hopefully by that time I've like some things I would like to see by then. But of course, my own business is up and running. I probably not only doing coaching, I probably come out with some kind of products, maybe books. Maybe I write the book, but I don't read it. Stuff like this. I have like a business that is absolutely up and running. Hopefully, I've met a good woman, and depending on when that happens, I mean, we want to, in 5 years, I would be happy to at least have a kid on the way, or at least a kid by then. But this is, again, how do I know that this will happen? But I don't really think like this. It's like with the training, I put like part goals. Like, I look at the like months to come and see what can I do and where I want to take my life, and I kind of know in what direction I want to be moving. But again, with everything, with progression, even life, it's not about, the journey is the destination. If you have an end goal, somewhere you want to end up, you're gonna be devastated when you end up. It's like, but I don't feel good now, or I mean, am I done now? So I don't really think like that. In 5 years, I'm probably living somewhere else. Don't know yet. Hopefully, I have my nice, lovely future wife, or maybe already wife. Have a kid on the way, or maybe already have a kid, another on the way. Business blooming. Those are kind of all the only concrete things I can think about that could be possible, then, that I would like. Maybe even more jacked, I guess. I don't have too much more I can do here, I think, but probably I'd reached my potential by that point. Thanks for the live. Even if you don't agree about the books, I'll try to catch the next one. Thanks, Taylor. Yeah, catch the next one. And with the books, with the way I talk, it's just stating my opinions and making funny, just presenting it in my with my personality. I if you like reading the books, again, do that. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it, as long as you don't just sit and read and don't do anything else. Like, it could be just as bad as just watching TV, but maybe there's a little higher quality stuff you're consuming, but it could be, is what I'm saying. So yeah, don't take it. I've not told you that you're dumb for doing this. Just so I hope that is clear. Yeah, well, I guess we've gone for an hour. The chat woke up after a bit. That was very helpful. Thank you. I think we'll end this stream here. I should probably clear. Taylor says that's good. That's good. Laughing, crying emoji face. Yeah, I think maybe I should prepare some kind of segments, or like have some story to tell, or yeah, I don't know, lead you in the chat in a certain direction, because I understand it's also when I just tell you, if you're just tuning in to watch, you don't always think of something to ask, and so yeah, I could help you help me too. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you for this time. I appreciate the super chats, making my dream come true again. I'm repeating it because it is a huge thing for me. You don't understand how much I dreamt about doing this. I'm doing now, and now look at me. I'm not even that excited about it, and it's just insane to think that was the guy watching and thinking, "Oh, I just wish I could do that, but I can't." And now it's just happening. So it's very awesome. Love you guys. Appreciate you for making my dream come true. Appreciate your questions or talking to me in the chat. I'll see you the next time. Peace.